Yeah, I'm
morning.
Harikish. I'm
Good
Harikrishnan,
morning,
the
sir.
CEO of Norca Roots from Government of Kerala, and my colleague Mr. Ajit Kolashedi, General Manager, will be making the presentation. Thank you.
Yeah, respected jury members and co-presentatives. So, I'm Ajit Kolashedi, the General Manager, Norca Roots. So, let me start my presentation on the economic reintegration of returning migrants through two flagship projects, Norca Department Project for Return Immigrants and Pravasi Badda Scheme. Let me say a few words about my organization, Norca. Norca is an acronym for Non-Resident Keralites Affairs Department. So it is first of its kind initiative started by any state government in India for the welfare and well-being of its diaspora. Currently, we focus on mobility, migration, and migration management and its governance. So we are an agency promote responsible migration as well as responsible remigration. Let me share the unparalleled saga of our economic reintegration activities. Before that, let us see the migration story of Kerala. Kerala is the uniqueness of Kerala is the high rate of international migration since 1917. Demographically speaking, 1/6 of the Kerala population is an NRI. We have a very rich and vibrant diaspora of around 4 million migrants across the bloc, exactly from Norca figures over 170 plus countries. But another uniqueness of our migration is that the 89% of our diaspora concentrated in 6 GCC countries, and the pattern of migration is more or less cyclic, and that is a fluid type migration. That means that after spending a certain period in the overseas country or the destination country, they will come back to the home state. And so the trends of reverse migration is very high in our state. And in the impact of migration, we can see the indelible imprints of migration all over the Kerala, especially its economic and social impacts. And in terms of the remittance, as per the latest World Bank report, the Kerala is getting 2,400 billion Indian rupee as its inward remittance, which contributes to the 20% of state GDP. So the diaspora is contributing, and this is one of the perennial source of our Kerala economy. So let us see the reverse migration and economic reintegration. The state of Kerala considers the reverse migration and try to mitigate the effect of reverse migration through economic reintegration. Because while working in an overseas country, the migrants are contributing to the state economy. So the state considers, once they come back, state considers its responsibility to take care of these migrants who are coming back. So before going the details, let us go through the profile of returnees. And depending upon the Kerala Migration Survey report of 2018, we can see that the reverse migration who are coming back, most of them are salesmen, construction workers, drivers, electricians, and mechanics. So that means that the most of them are from blue collar category are coming back to state, and their preferred choice once they come back, they are opting business, driving, and construction work. So we found that the entrepreneurship remains a major choice of the returning migrant, and the average returning number comes around 2.5 lakh per annum. So per year. So let us see the Kerala model of economic reintegration, how it mitigates the effect of reverse migration. Actually, the Kerala government and the Norca promotes.
Not moving.
Pardon, sir?
Are we still on the heading?
Kerala model of economic reintegration, sir?
Sir, your slides are not moving. Yes, now it is moving. Please go ahead.
Yeah.
Now it's,
So, okay, sir.
it was still on the very first slide for a very long time.
Yeah. Okay. So, this is a Kerala model of economic reintegration. And we promote a very inclusive, integrated, and comprehensive approach for economic reintegration. So that is, we covers all strata of the returning migrant, which includes workers, laborers, unskilled workers, minimally skilled workers, highly skilled workers, professionals, and professionals including doctors, nurses, etc. So currently we promote 4 platforms for handling reverse migration, and the platforms include: one platform is for wage employment support, and second platform self-employment support, third platform investment support, and fourth platform remigration. That means the wage employment, those skilled workers who are coming back, we have started a skill repository, and we connect them with the domestic employment market. And for those who want to pursue self-employment as a livelihood option, we have 2 flagship schemes, NTPREM and Pravasi Bhadrata. And that is an incentivized support platforms. And third is investment platform. Those who wants to invest in the state, we are providing NORCA business facilitation platform for investment support. And the fourth platform is available for remigration. Those who wants to remigrate, we are running reskilling courses for them, and we have an overseas recruitment platform. We will find employment in overseas countries for supporting remigration. Let us go in detail of the effect of economic reintegration on Kerala economy. Actually, we are the pioneers in economic reintegration in the country. We are the first state and the first agency to start this economic reintegration for mitigating the reverse migration issue. We have a decade-long expertise and experience in economic reintegration. Currently, the 58% of our budget allocation we are pumping for these for the rehabilitation and reintegration matters. See that within the 10 years, within two flagship projects, we have created 20,475 enterprises and channelized a loan amount of 861.23 crores and pumped subsidy amount of 181.57. So it's a socio-economic impact include income generation, employment generation, socio-economic development, channelizing overseas experience and expertise for nation building. So the entrepreneurship support scheme, we have 2 flagship schemes. One is NORCA Department Project for Returning Immigrants. The second is Pravasi Bhadrata. The first scheme started in 2013 and second scheme introduced in 2021. Both the years have significance. 2013 was the year when the Great Saudi Amnesty period started, or the Great Saudi Nitaka started. That year itself, 0.5 million unskilled or minimally skilled workers reached back to our state. And in 2021 is pandemic affected period. As per NORCA's own portal, 1.7 million Malayali, around 45% of the diaspora returned back to state, and in which 1.2 million recorded that their immediate reason for return is loss of job. So, for supporting these immigrant returnees, we started 2 projects. First project was in 2013 and the other project 2021. Let us see the details. NTPREM started in 2013 as a complete economic rehabilitation. Why I project it as a complete project? It's a project not only limited to loan linkage or support line. It's a project consisting of different components. There is screening component is there. There is entrepreneurship training components is there. There is credit support component and loan support is there. Project support component is there. Interest incentives we are giving. We are giving capital subsidy at 15% of the loan amount up to 30 lakhs we are giving. Interest incentive for a consecutive 4 years we are giving and 3% for 4 years we are giving. After all, after establishing the industry also or enterprises, we are giving hand-holding support. Currently, we are acting as a connecting platform. We are connecting all the stakeholders for this noble goal. We are connecting the government, we are connecting the immigrant, we are connecting the financial institution, we are connecting the training agencies for supporting the noble projects of our retaining migrants. Currently, 18 financial institutions in Kerala is associating with this project. This is an unparalleled one because all the nationalized banks in Kerala are associating with this project. All scheduled banks are associating with it. And we are also using the synergy of the strong cooperative sector in Kerala. Non-banking financial corporations are associating with us. Specialized government agencies are associating. Overall, currently 6,000 plus branches widely dispersed across Kerala offering NTPREM projects for the retaining community. So let us move to the next project, that is Pravasi Bhadrata. This is also an entrepreneurship support project, and the speciality of this project is that this covers all stratas of the retaining community. That is, we have 3 sub-components in this Pravasi Bhadrata project. One is PEARL, Pravasi Bhadrata PEARL. Second is Pravasi Bhadrata Micro, and third is Pravasi Bhadrata Mega. Especially the PEARL is a project. The PEARL is a project introduced through the Kudumbasri mission. Kudumbasri is the Asia's largest poverty alleviation and self-employment mission of women, promoted by the government of Kerala. So this PEARL is, the loan scheme is, we are providing interest-free loans up to 2 lakhs to the most marginalized retaining community. And that is through self-help groups, widely dispersed in the state of Kerala. And the second is Pravasi Bhadrata Micro. And this is micro enterprises we are supporting up to 5 lakhs with fabulous 25% capital subsidy and 3% interest subvention for consecutive 4 years. And in the third segment, we as a mega, we are targeting small scale industry. We are supporting flat interest rate at a 5%. We are from 25 lakhs to 2 crore. So that means we are providing marginalized persons, we are providing micro enterprises and also the small scale industry promoted by the Pravas and Norca Business Facilitation Center. I already mentioned that we have a 4-way approach, and the business facilitation is for channelizing the NRI investment to Kerala. And also we are conducting meet for connecting investors with entrepreneurs. We are also promoting single window platform for the NRIs for investment in Kerala, connecting all the government agencies. And also we are giving consultations, advisory services, project support under Norca Business Facilitation Center. And also we are running sector-specific training. The current year itself, we supported 129 ventures, investment ventures in Kerala from diaspora, and also conducted 15 EDPs across Kerala, entrepreneurship development programs in different sectors. So, come to the scalability side.
Sorry to interrupt, sir. You just have 1 more minute, sir, to wind it up.
Yeah, sir. I'm concluding, sir. The scalability side, and we are expanding the horizon of this area each year, and by adding more sectors, more financial. So adding more sectors, agriculture, small scale industry, trade, retail, services, and IT. Each year, we are adding more financial institutions and more branches. We are extending the hand-holding services. And also, we are coming here, we are introducing a new scheme called NAME, NORCA Assisted and Mobilized Employment, for creating 1 lakh mandates for the workers and laborers and skilled workers and laborers using the synergy of the private industry also. With this, come to the end of my presentation. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Very good project. After all, we have to take care of our own people when they return from abroad. Very good project, sir. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
I think Kerala is in a very unique situation where there is I think the migrant labor from Kerala, especially to the Gulf, is the maximum. And it really throws up very unique challenges to you, because most of this labor is from the working class, not very educated, limited education, I would say, rather than, I should be positive rather than negative. And their resettlement and taking care of them, I think it really is a very, very unique and a major challenge to you. The way you have gone about it, I think this is exemplary. I won't say that this should be replicated in other states because their requirements are quite different. The requirements of Kerala are very, very unique. The way you have gone about it, I think this is extremely good. I would only like to add that you should have some type of measurable targets and outcomes in the initiative that you have planned, so that you can review it at the end of the year or periodically. You can define your own periodicity as to when you would like to review, so that you can take the mid-course corrections, because the environment keeps on changing. And the environment will change in the next 5 years. So that things which you planned 2 years back may or may not be fully applicable as you go along. So that will help you to move ahead with time in a more proactive manner rather than reactive manner. That's all I'm saying.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Sir, myself, Dr. M.R. Ravi. I am the Managing Director of a state government undertaking known as KSIIDC. It is Karnataka State Industrial and Infrastructure Corporation Limited. Before I get into the slides, official slides about Shimoga Greenfield Airport, let me run through briefly about KSIDC and also about the aviation picture in Karnataka. This KSIDC is basically, it's a very old company, started in 1967 by government of Karnataka. It started off as an investment and financement corporation. And after about 56 years, now we are into what is known as infrastructure building field. 2002, we stopped lending activities. From then onwards, we switched over to infrastructure activities. And the first important project handled by KSIDC was Bangalore International Airport, about which even today KSIDC has got the ownership of the land. Followed by 2 more airports in Karnataka, Gulbarga and Bidar. Bidar is essentially a civil enclave. It is a defense airport where Karnataka government has built the civil enclave. Now it is Shimoga, which is now I'm going to make a presentation. Before getting into the Shimoga Greenfield Airport, let me briefly tell you about the aviation scenario in Karnataka. As of now, Karnataka state has got 9 functional airports. Of 9 functional airports, 2 are international airports. One is BIAL, which is owned and managed by KIAL, which is a PPP, kind of a project which was very, very successful, and it's doing very well. And another one is about Mangaluru. We have got 2 international airports, and we have got airports at Mysore, Hubballi, Belagavi, Kalburgi, and Bidar. Bidar, I've already told you, it is a defense airport. Apart from this, we have got 2 private airports. One is owned by JSW, at Vidyanagar, that is Jindal Vidyanagar Airport. And the second one is Baldota, that is in Koppal. But for the timing, this Baldota Koppal Airport is not functional. So this is about the scenario, and going by the kind of traffic in Kempegowda International Airport. As of now, we have got about 749 flights every day, and the airport is handling about 30 lakh, that is 3 million passengers every month. And number of flights from Bengaluru International Airport itself is about 22,474. Just to give a glimpse about the aviation activity in Karnataka. Let me come back to the Shivamogga Greenfield Airport, sir. This Shivamogga Greenfield Airport is a very ambitious project taken up by KSIDC and through PWD. It has got a total land of about 758 acres of land, but most of the land, roughly about 600 plus acres of land is a government land, and the remaining is a private land. So therefore, we did not come across any issues as far as acquisition thing was concerned. One important thing I want you to note that this project was launched amidst COVID. It was started off in June 2020, and within a record time, in 30 months, we have been able to complete the project. And for your information, this airport, which was completed in the month of February, and it was inaugurated by none other than our Prime Minister on 27th February. And now, in fact, we have got another, within 1 month's time, the idea of the government of Karnataka is to see that we need to start our commercial flights. Probably if everything goes well, I think by 27th of this month, we will have the first commercial flight landing in Shivamogga also. And government has spent about 450 crores of rupees. And this entire project is designed for A320 compliance. In fact, earlier it was started off with ATR, but later the government took a call that they should go for a bigger airport. And Shivamogga, for your information, it is a tier 2 city, and which is a sleepy town in a Malnad area, which is about 5 to 6 hours of journey from Bengaluru, and the connectivity was a great issue there. And now this project, which has got a A320 compliance, has got night landing facility also, but that will be commissioned in the subsequent days to come. And as per the vision of MOCA, that is Ministry of this Civil Aviation, it says that to have access for safe, secure, affordable, and sustainable air connectivity with world-class infrastructure. So Government of Karnataka through KSIDC has been successful in giving a world-class infrastructure in a tier 2 city, which is a point to be noted. And we have established a PTB, that is a passenger terminal building, and also ATC, that is air traffic control. And another important thing about this project is it is developed as a RCS airport. You know very well this RCS is a UDAN scheme which was launched by Government of India in 2016, thanks to the National Civil Aviation Policy, which was introduced in India in 2016. So let me move forward to the next, what are all the uniqueness, the unique qualities of this airport. KSIDC, as I've told you, is into infrastructure building and has been designated as a nodal agency for all civil aviation activities in Karnataka. That is the reason, that is because of that mandate, we have been able to take up all this, aviation infrastructure related activities. And for the first time in the history, KSIDC has got a license to operate and manage, airport in Karnataka. Either to the earlier airport that was Gulbarga, which we developed, later it was handed over to EAI, and EAI, Airport Authority of India, they followed all the other procedures and they got the license. And similarly, it happened in the case of defense, enclave, that is in Bidar also. But for the first time, a Government of Karnataka undertaking, KSIDC, has obtained license to run and operate an airport. And another important thing is the entire project has been funded by Government of Karnataka. That means 450 crores of rupees. It's been a budgetary allocation, and that speaks about the commitment the Government of Karnataka has got towards building a world-class aviation infrastructure. And I was mentioning about this, this passenger terminal building. The picture was in the previous slide. It has got about 4,340 square meter.
Sorry to interrupt, sir. Actually, we are not able to see your slides. It's in the
Right.
first page.
It was in the first place, yeah. Go back to the first slide. Go to the first. This is a ATC. This is a PTB. Yeah, next. And the entire airport has been designed to handle 300 passengers at a peak hour. And the runway, which the photo you are seeing there, is about 3,050 meter length. That means which can accommodate any A320 Airbus with a wide-bodied Airbus can easily land. And for your information, even in the Prime Minister program was there on 27 February, prior to his landing, even from the Air Force, Boeing 737 also landed very successfully in the same runway. And it has got a 45 meters of width. And the photo which you saw in the previous slide, that is about G+8 floors air traffic control. This is the one, air traffic control facility what we have established there in Shimoga Airport. And the another important thing is about the kind of infrastructure what we have built with all the facilities, like it is totally completely compounded, has got a runway of 3.5 kilometers, has got a isolation bay, apron, and all peripheral roads, all whatever there, including 10 watchtowers. Each and every aspect has been complied as per the guidelines, as per the conditions issued by the DGCA. Moving on to the challenges while initiating or while completing this project, the biggest hurdle was in obtaining a license from DGCA. As we know, it is a apex regulatory body which has got stringent guidelines, and one need to follow all those guidelines before obtaining license. And that was, in fact, after making online application, we had to get into an agreement with EAI, that is Airport Authority of India, which gives us facilities in terms of CNS and ATM equipments. CNS means this communication, navigation, and surveillance, and ATM means air traffic management. So all this very specialized, this equipments will have to be supplied by AA only after KSIDC entered into an agreement with them. And the second important challenge what we faced was about onboarding of technical and skilled manpower. Of course, you know very well this aviation is it's basically a central subject. Any state government trying to get into it and trying to fulfill all the guidelines of DGCA requires a lot of homework, coordination, negotiations, and all those things. And not only that, aviation is also very specialized and also sensitive and a risky sector, which requires a very cautious approach, before getting into complying all those, whatever the requirements are there. In order to do that, we need to have a technically, sound and skilled, manpower. Half of it was looked after by, this EAA because of the agreement, and we need to appoint, qualified people to look after this airport. That is, we appointed airport director, APD, followed by chief security officer, and then we have got a fire officer and all engineers to take care of other things. So these are all very new because KSIDC, it is a new first thing it's doing it, in the sense entire operationalization and also the commissioning KSID is doing for the first time. As a result, we need to take so many issues into consideration. In fact, it was a kind of a learning process for all those officers and also engineers who are involved in this act. And setting up of fully operational ATC with CNS and ATM equipments. In fact, it is all basically technical works. And in fact, KSIDC was very proud to have one technical advisor who was a brigadier who had commissioned a lot of airport projects in defense. So he was able to guide us properly. And as a result, we could establish with the support of the government very good rapport with all the central government agencies. In fact, coordination with central agencies like MOCA, that is Ministry of Civil Aviation, BCAS, that is Bureau of Civil Aviation Security, AA and DGCA, all have been, it's quite, quite challenging. And of course, we had every time we went and met all the senior most officers, we had a very good support from the central government. So also case with respect of Karnataka government agencies also. We need to have a security right from the Karnataka, the police system. In Karnataka police, they have got an internal security division, which has got its own platoon known as Karnataka State Industrial Security Force. And they came forward when we approached, and they are providing us the kind of security that is required for this airport. And so also the fire, whatever the fire services, the minimum support and the initial support we are supposed to get from the state fire services, we got. So these are all some of the challenges we faced when we had to interact with so many multi-agencies, trying to make them understand the importance, the significance, and also the relevance of having such a wonderful facility called airport. And another important challenge we faced was about obtaining environment clearance from Ministry of Environment and also Forest. In fact, there is a huge process which most of us are aware. We need to apply on the online, and we had to appear before the team and clear all the queries whatever raised by them, and ultimately finally we succeeded that also. And as I told you previously, in spite of all this COVID issues and problems, we were able to complete the project well within the time, that is within 30 months of the time limit. Next, coming to the scalability, with the launch of this Shumaga airport, now KSIDC has come out with other projects thanks to the support given by government. Now we are poised for more aviation projects. Just to give you information, 2 more airports are already in the pipeline: Vijaypura, that is formerly Bijapur, and Hassan. And both the airports, whatever the learnings we had from the Shumaga, I think that is going to help us in clearing whatever the observations made by the DGCA. This time, I hope will not be a much problem, because already we have been a kind of a training has been given by DGCA for us. And apart from this, government of Karnataka has also sanctioned some more airports. One is at Raichur, which is an 8-year compliance. Ballari, we are going for a bigger airport. Karwar, again, we have got a very big defense project of Seabird. This is going to be a part of that Seabird project, where they are going to build a very big airport, and we are going to add our civil enclave. So once Karwar airport comes in, I think the issue of connectivity in the coastal part of Karnataka will be addressed. And as you know very well, even in Goa, which is very close to abutting Karwar, since a new airport, international airport, has been shifted from Dabolim to Mopa, I think once the Karwar airport gets underway, I think that's going to give a very big fillip to the economic and social development of that particular region also. And similarly, Davangere and Koppal, they are in the pipeline. Apart from this activities, we also want to get into a kind of tourism activities, like to develop heliports. So government in principle, as in the last budget only, has sanctioned 3 heliports. One is at Madikeri, which is a tourist destination. It is a Coorg, and the second one is Chikmagalur, and the next one is Hampi. Again, it is a you got a World Heritage site there in Hampi. So this heli tourism is also coming up very soon in Karnataka. That is going to boost hopefully for our tourism, apart from helping us especially in times of natural calamities also. And because of the commissioning of this Shumaga airport, there's a lot of demand for even small airstrips also. And Dharmasthala, which is a religious center, Athani and Badami, which are also tourist destinations, the government is thinking of, KSIDC is trying to come up with small airstrips where you can have some small aircrafts landing in there, like 5-seaters or 10-seaters, whatever it is. You need not go for a bigger airports like Shumaga. And another ambitious plan what KSID has got is we need to, we have identified some of the water bodies where we are going to soon have our seaplanes also in future. Coming very fast about
sorry to
impact.
interrupt, sir. You have 1 more minute, sir.
Yeah, I'm just closing. Just impact and also the way forward. Impact the economic, because of this RCS Udan, we have been able to come through this important a project which has increased mobility of both people as well as goods. As a result, the connectivity has increased not only from Shimoga, even from neighboring districts. And the creation of employment opportunity, of course, we all know very well. And most important thing is about agriculture, because Areca nut, which is the Shimoga, is a hub for Areca nut production as well as trading. So this is definitely going to, boost up the trading community in a very big way, and also in particular, and in the farming community in general. Besides, it's also going to have kind of what is known as going to add value for tourism. Because of improved connectivity, we have Joke Falls, which is very closely situated, which is a very world famous falls we have got there, Agumbe, Kodachadri, and all these places. I think we expect that the tourist footfall will be more once the connectivity air connectivity is established there. And coming to the last slide, way forward, as I've told you, we already, it's a designated nodal agency. We are going to have what is known as a dedicated civil aviation wing in KSITC for O&M of airports in future. Already we have got a very strong technical team. To support the team, we are going to have a separate wing. And for that, we are going to avail the services of industry experts and also consensus from the civil aviation sector. Already, we are in talking terms with how many experts. And we are also, Karnataka government is coming up with its own civil aviation policy. That is another important thing. Once a civil aviation policy is in place, that is going to give a very good, picture, and also very good developmental, scenario for Karnataka. And as far as other things are concerned, we also looking at the establishment of FTOs for the proper utilization of whatever the infrastructure we have established also. So that's all from my side. Thank you very much. It's open for questions, sir.
Thank you, sir. Very good project. In fact, very few organizations can build such a good infrastructure. Earlier, this entire work was being done by Airports Authority of India only. I am very happy that a state government is also, and it's a state's PSU is doing such a wonderful work. By the way, which agency is undertaking O&M of this project?
Right now, KSITC is only doing it, sir.
Okay. Very good, sir. Very good.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
I think you are doing an excellent job in building up the basic infrastructure, and it goes in line with our airlines placing major orders for the aircraft.
Aircraft, yeah.
Like Air India, Indigo, and others. So I always used to wonder, is it going to clog only the A cities, or it is also going to B and C? And I think what you are providing is the initial infrastructure in the B and C cities, so that the traffic can grow. The traffic can grow in those areas. It is very good. I think this is required. You have to work hand in hand in all these areas.
Yes, sir. That is the intention of government of Karnataka, and that is the reason why government is giving a lot of focus on infrastructure development, so that the connectivity is established all across the state.
There is another statistics which I read, that 80% of our traffic is only on the 20% of the airports. Rather, in the 6 top airports, they carries almost 80% of our civilian traffic.
Exactly.
We have to now go down to the other to B and C cities. Now, see, the major 6 or 8 cities are Delhi, Bombay, Ahmedabad, Chennai, Bangalore, Pune, Calcutta. Now, these are the major cities which occupy 80% of the traffic.
Yes,
but the traffic also have to move to the B and C cities. Mysuru, you have said you are going in, and I think in Karnataka there are a whole lot of other smaller industrial townships which have come up, and the cities which are going, where the air travel is required, along with all the support which is being provided. I think that will be a great thing. That will be a great
that is precisely the objective of Government of India when it launched Udan.
Right.
आम आदमी तो उड़ना चाहते हैं ना, इसलिए.
बिल्कुल. I think you are doing an excellent thing.
Exactly, sir.
Very good.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
UP State Bridge Corporation was established in 1973, and it is the most rare agency dealing with specialized bridges, hydraulic and other structures. In this reference, I want to state that in district Lucknow, I have constructed a flyover connecting Shahid Path to airport. Next slide. Please change slide. Yes. So the construction of elevated flyover connecting Shahid Path to airport, its cost was 134.69 crores. We have started the work in October 2018, and the completion of work was done on July 2022, July 2022. The length of bridge was approximate 2 kilometers. Next slide. Why this elevated flyover was required? Actually, due to traffic congestion on Lucknow Kanpur road, people coming from abroad have to deal with the traffic congestion at junction point on Kanpur road, as well as a lot of accidents was also happening. So this Shahid Path flyover, it was a new alignment actually. It was a new alignment. These are the specifications of this flyover. Its total length was approximate 2 kilometers, in which we have casted two box girder and 196-meter steel span was there, which is the most tough thing which we have done in this project. Actually, it was constructed on the curved span was constructed on NHI portion, NHI road, where the traffic was about 80 to 100 kilometers traffic was running, and we have to construct that portion without disrupting the traffic. And another tough thing was the steel girder portion, which was on a pond, and we can't and there was many religious structures, many residential structures which we have to tackle. Next slide. Mythology. Before the start of the construction, we have to widen the NH portion. After widening the NH portion, then we started our work by piling and launching of PSC beams. After that, we casted 248 meters box girder over NH27. In fourth stage, we started the work of a composite steel section with over pond. After that, we started the approach work of casting RE panels by using geogrid and making road surfaces. And in the last stage, we provide service road to traffic movement of nearby localities, and the project was completed. Next slide. Next slide. Bottlenecks of during constructions. So the main bottlenecks was we have to take NOC from NHI Land acquisition was there about 6,000 square meter as per new alignment. Dismantling of residential houses, relocation of temple, acquiring land from authority, and the most was the box girder over NH27 without disrupting the heavy traffic. And the last was the composite section of 96 meter over pond. Next, and these are the photographs of during construction and after the construction. Thank you.
Mr. Rohan, thank you very much. Very good project you have done. But it took around about 4 years to complete. What could have been the reasons for this? Can you,
Sir,
do it earlier?
yes, sir. Actually, it was the new alignment. So problem was that if the construction have been done on the running road or the running portion, any other portion, so it is easy. But actually, it was the new alignment. Pond was there, LDA plots was there, residential houses, few temples were there. So we have to relocate a few temples, and we have also casted a new Shankar Bhagwan Murti in the pond itself. मतलब अभी मेरे पास photographs नहीं है सर उसकी, तो I can share. मतलब we have dealt मतलब every bit and corner, मतलब कहीं छोड़ा नहीं सर हमने. Then it takes 4 years, sir.
Okay, okay. ठीक है, thank you. Thank you.
No. I know it has taken 4 years. I'm not questioning the 4 years thing. But when you started the project, what was the original plan? And was there any exercise and monitoring as to why the delays are there and what could have been done during the planning?
Actually, before starting of the project, 3 alignments were selected. Of which this was the most economical alignment, and in this alignment few problems were there, but most economical, most number of houses to be and to be dislocated, most मतलब सबसे कम थे सर इसमें, problem सबसे कम थी. That's why this alignment was selected.
No. My question is slightly different. When this alignment was selected and the project got initiated and the tenders, there must be some project time which would have been set up, whether it will be done in 2 years' time or 3 years' time, and some per chart would have been made.
Yes, sir.
So my only point, what I'm trying to say, that what was the methodology which was adopted to monitor the delays and to remove the delays? And see, the delays can still happen. But the point what I'm saying is, what was the methodology which was adopted and to what extent was it useful?
Good morning, gentlemen. Actually, the delay happens because of the coordination between the 3-4 departments. The land belongs to the Lucknow Development Authority. We have to take land from the Lucknow Development Authority as a free of cost. They have to they align all the residences and the temple, and these all are the complex things that takes a lot of time, and we have to stop our work to relocate them. Actually, that was the cause for the delay. It was not due to the construction time. It was due to the dislocation of all the person and the temple and all these things, and NOCs from the different departments.
I appreciate that point. Typically the delays happen because the NOCs or the things which have to be cleared by other departments are not clear. There will be some power line running, they will not relocate that. There will be some water line running, they will not relocate.
Yes.
It is those issues which come up. What I'm trying to highlight at this stage, see, over the last 50 years, we have seen these delays consistently. Now, what is it that we need to improve in our planning stage that these interdepartmental delays are reduced. I cannot say they are eliminated altogether. It is just not possible. But what are the efforts which can be made that if they are reduced? Possibly if those parties are made part of the stakeholders consultation right in the very beginning, and their commitments are taken at the time when the project schedule is made, that they will complete their activities and this time frame, and they should have no excuses to delay that, because only then you can be held accountable for any delays. 4 years is not bad, because I know projects like this have taken 8 years and 9 years also. But at the same time, there are examples where certain projects have been done in 1.5 years.
Yeah.
So I think we should bring up some of those things in our learning cycle, so that in future it is useful. Your initiative and your job has been excellent, and what you have achieved is really good.
Actually, sir, I have just completed one project in Lucknow only in 1.5 years.
I know that. So a lot of things have been done there very fast. I was recently in Lucknow and I saw some of the...
Nowadays, under the leadership of our able Chief Minister, a lot of coordination meetings are going on. Chief Secretary is taking keen interest in coordinating between the departments. But it was between the airport authority and all Nagar Nigam and dislocation of the temple. That is the complex issue actually.
Actually, in this project, sir, 800 meters of road has to be constructed by airport authority, the connecting road.
Yes, sir.
Which was delayed about 1 year, sir. Which was delayed at about 1 year. So we have constructed a whole project, but the alternating road connecting in airport premises was not constructed. So our project was completed 1 year before only, but total airport was recently handed over to Adani. So all those problems were there.
Yes, that is it. Okay, thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Performance of the company, being the second largest government-owned distribution utility, we are presenting the performance during 2018 to 2022 financial year. Actually, prior to that, I want to highlight some points that initially during the year financial year 2012 to 2017-18, we were focused on our household electrification. We practically achieved household electrification to the tune of 98% in the year 2018. And electrify 100% households. Subsequently, during the year financial year 2018 to 22 and onward till now, we are focusing on loss reduction. This is the key features of our organization. It is entrusted power distribution to 98% area of the state. Only few areas, CSC and IPCL, two private utilities are supplying power around 600 square kilometer, but the rest of the area, around 87,000 square kilometer, is being served by WBSEDCL as a government-owned distribution utility. It is a professionally managed government DISCOM, and it was bifurcated or unbundled in the year 2007 during reform program. It was earlier WBSEB, West Bengal State Electricity Board, clubbed with WB distribution activity and transmission activity. Then subsequently in the year 2007, distribution and transmission was separated. And our policy we are being maintained now as a no load shedding policy, 24 into power supply to all, and considering the breakdown, environmental disaster, we are maintaining at the farthest end of rural area to the tune of 23.3 hours per day power supply. And our 100% feeders and consumers are metered. All feeders and consumers are metered. And power portfolio is mainly thermal. Out of that, 25% out of total power portfolio, 25% is hydroelectric power, including our unique 900 megawatt pump storage project and other hydel projects. And our peak demand is around 8,500 megawatt. As on 31st March 2022, our infrastructure status, we just given a layout form. 720 number 33 kV substation, having 13,000 MVA capacity. 33 kV line, 17,000 circuit kilometer. 11 kV line, 1,76,000 circuit kilometer. Distribution transformer, 3.25 lakhs, having MVA capacity 16,180 MVA. And LT line spread around extreme farthest end and having the quantum of 3.6 lakhs kilometer. And our consumer strength is now 2.15 pro. This is our infrastructure, administrative infrastructure, by which we are maintaining the distribution activity. Our organization is headed by CMD. Under CMD, for distribution activity maintenance, one director distribution is here, then chief engineer distribution, and total area of 87,000 square kilometer is being subdivided into 5 zones, headed by a zonal manager, 5 zonal managers, 21 regions. It is associated almost civil district of the state, and 77 number divisional manager, and all the ground level customer service centers are available now. As on 31st March is 536 number. With this CMD, we have an advisor security and vigilance for monitoring the enforcement activity for to plug the revenue drainage, and our director HR for human resource arrangement, director project. Our project activity is a parallel simultaneous activity. This has played a vital role in this loss reduction activity, which I will go into detail in our later presentation. Director finance, director regulatory and tariff, and director generation. In our state, whole hydel generation with WBSEDCL is entrusted for this hydel generation activity. So director generation is looking into. This is the achievement which I present here for during last 5 years. Prior to that, I just want to intimate that in the year financial year 2012, our electrification, household electrification was to the tune of 60%. It has been achieved 98% up to March 18, FY 18. And now we have achieved 100% electrification. So actually prior to March 18, we were mainly focused on household electrification. And since FY 18, that means 2017-18, we focused on our network upgradation, extension, modernization, and conductor augmentation, etc. for loss reduction activity. Our consumer strength has increased during last 5 years from 1.81 crore to 2.1 crore, 1.5 crore. This is around 19% growth. Our power network has been expanded accordingly. Our HT line length has been extended and growth is 10%. Similarly, LT line growth is 9%. This is the figure we have shown, and this is the growth figure. Power network expansion, 33 kV network, 33 kV substation. 33 kV substation growth is 23%. In the year 2018, it was 591, and now it is 729. And its capacity augmentation, all the existing 33 kV substations capacity augmentation was to the tune of 35%. existing substations capacity has also been added, enhanced. So the growth of the substation capacity is 37%. Similarly, for DTR quantum growth is 29%, and the DTR augmentation and this DTR capacity growth is, considering augmentation also, is 37%. This is our key achievement. I like to show you that the loss reduction, in the year 2018, we were in the range of 27.33%. Then in FY22, we achieved 16.65%. In this previous year, that means 2021, it was a practically COVID affected year. We could not raise the bill. Our demand raising was a shortfall there, which we recovered in this financial year 21-22. So this shows the nature of loss reduction scenario trajectory. It was coming gradually downward, but in the year 2021, it was in a higher up, but down. It has come down to 16.65. This red color portion is the trajectory given by Ministry of Power, Government of India, when we go into the contract for RDSS project. Then there is a timeline given from 2021, the baseline, to 2025, FY25. This is the trajectory, red color. We very much hopeful that we will achieve in coming 3 years the target defined by Ministry of Power, Government of India. And simultaneously, the financial performance. During last 5 years, our net turnover has grown to 28%, and we are earning profit constantly during last 5 years, as well as even from the year 2007, after this company formation, we are continuously making profit. This is the profit scenario during last 5 years. So what activity we have done during last 5 years, that has been given in this slide. The investment has been made to the tune of 10,500 crore through DDUG, IPDS, NC, RMP, Government of West Bengal funding, etc., other funding, and even government companies' own funding, Green City Mission funding for UG cable, awarded to UG cable, AV cable. The work which we have executed with this 10,500 crore investment is noted here under, which are construction of 30 kV substation, 138 number during last 5 years out of our total 729 number. Feeder segregation, this has played a vital role. The loading of the feeder and feeder stability has been enhanced. 450 number feeders have been bifurcated out of 5,400 number. Conductor augmentation, due to overloading and aging of the conductor, the loss reduction can be achieved, and we did the job successfully and shown the result. The conductor capacity augmentation was made 3,000 kilometer. In addition, we made SCADA for 30 kV substation and high voltage distribution system introduction. We draw around 9,300 kilometer HT line and install 4,274 number DTR. It is well known that HVDS system, the current will reduce and I2R will reduce quite more. So this played a vital role, and HVDS system has been introduced, and AV cabling. The bare conductor, which are our main LT network in our system, has been converted to LT AV cabling. This has prevented from direct hooking tapping, as well as safety aspect and aesthetic aspect also. And few town and semi-urban areas, we go into UG cabling. Around 1,800 kilometer AV cabling has been done. Apart from this project finance activity, this system upgradation works, we are constantly maintaining constant enforcement activity and resorting regular physical disconnection against the defaulting consumers. These activities played a vital role during past 5 years to improve our performance. In addition to these project works, we focused on IT initiatives and consumer service improvement through IT intervention. We installed in the year 2012 in RPDRP project the data center and disaster recovery center, but through ERPOD providing SAP ISU system, we made the data center. It is first of its kind in the country of so much high volume. For 1 lakh consumer, we made this data center, and it is now being run with 2.15 crore consumer, almost double the consumer strength. In addition, we have introduced SAP ERP system in human resource, finance, inventory control, project and procurement modules with introduction of e-office also. Providing online connection, payment, complaint management, and other value-added service to our customers. In addition, IT, we also introduced IT/OT integration activity. Our 10,000 plus high voltage consumers, for which we have to every month we have to go to their installation, taking reading, and come into our office doing billing. This has been changed. Scenario has been changed by IT/OT integration through a MDAS system. We regularly raise their bills in first day of every month, so that monthly bill can be raised immediately. Roll out SCADA at 3 towns. One smart grid pilot project has been made at 1 town with covering 5,600 number consumers. GIS mapping of our total power network is on progress. Video conferencing system has been introduced among our 87 site offices, and biometric attendance at all offices. These are the IT interventions. With this IT intervention, we have also obtained ISO certification also. In the year 2021, the ISO certification has been obtained for our IT infrastructure security purpose.
Sorry to interrupt, sir. You can conclude in 1 minute, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is the last slide. In our future roadmap, we are now focused on 2 projects. One is World Bank AIIB funded grid modernization project of 2,800 crore, and other is RDSS project of 10,200 crore. Total investment 13,000 crore in coming 2-3 years. Here is also we focused on LT heavy cable, HT, LT, UG cabling, conductor augmentation, GIS, new 33 kV substation, updation of existing SCADA with addition of 63 number more 33 kV substation, and last but not the least, the AMI smart metering for our 100% DTR as well as 2.2 crore consumers. But for consumers, it will be done in phased manner. Apart from the above, our close monitoring will be continued on project work progress with budgetary control on overall expenditure with for loss reduction and performance improvement. That's all. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Very good initiative. But do you have some system in place about customer care grievances redressal system by which or any app by which we can judge what you are taking about the customers' grievances?
Sir, actually, we are under the WBERC. We have WBERC Regulatory Commission. As per their mandate, we have 2-level customer grievance redressal system in our organization. One is CGRO, Central Customer Grievance Redressal Officer, and other is RGRO, Regional Level Grievance Redressal Officer. And apart from that, the Ombudsman is at WBERC. These are the 3-level customer grievance redressal system. And we have developed an app that is Biddut Sahojogi app. Through this app, anybody can raise his complaint and we can redress it, and he can get the feedback through the app. And there is other source of communication, that is they can mail us, they can write in writing, they can place their grievance to our respective customer care center, as well as higher ups and up to CMD also. And incidentally, at CMD level, I am the officer, nodal officer. Whether it has been redressed or not, I am to look into, and all are been recorded in a tabular form. This is the grievance, this is the action taken, and if it is done, then when done. If not done, then what is the constant? That are all are recorded here, and CMDs are personally monitoring this.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Please.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
It's an excellent work which you have been doing. I really appreciate what you have achieved, especially on the losses, the transmission and distribution losses, the way you have gone about it. You are much ahead of the Ministry of Power targets. So that is something which is really good. I would again.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, I would again like to say that wherever your portals and other things are there, you should have a very convenient way with which a customer can interact with you and raise issues with you. Typically, I've found that not too much of attention is given to that particular thing as to how user-friendly the customer interaction is. I know the points which you said, that there is nodal officer, that he can write to customer, can always approach A, B, C and all that here. Well, all that is okay. But at the very first level, on your portal where the customer easily interacts, I think you should provide a good facility where he can raise an issue, and in a structured way. That interaction can even be a very structured way. There can be, on your portal, there can be addressing it to Department A, Department B, Department C, and what are the issues that he is addressing. You can qualify all those things so that it becomes easier. Not only it becomes easier, it will become easier for you to address that concern. Because if all the complaints come to a single place, it will take time to sort out and send it to the right person. Here it gets automatically sorted out and it gets addressed to the right department and the right person.
Sir, actually it is available in our portal, sir. And it is being looked into by the concerned person. As you told, it has been go to the right person who is the field level officer. And if it is not being attended for a day or 48 hours, it will escalate upward and it will come finally up to this end also after 72 hours. This mechanism is here in our portal, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. I think
thank you, sir.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Siddhant, can I start? Yes, sir. Sir, a gentle reminder, you would be getting 15 minutes time, in which 12 minutes will be for the presentation and 3 minutes for jury interaction. So kindly keep the time limit in mind, sir.
Sure. Thank you so much. Good morning, jury. Good morning, everyone. So my name is Tanmay Krishna. I represent Telangana Life Sciences, and this project that we're talking about is for Telangana Life Sciences, which represents all the investment efforts and initiatives within the state of Telangana in the life sciences sector. Right. So when we started off with a clear goal in mind. We wanted to become the leading life sciences hub in Asia through innovation-driven and tech-enabled growth, while doubling our sectoral value to $100 billion and adding 4 lakh jobs. And we've set a clear goal and target with a clear destination, that is 2030. So where are we right now? We can proudly say that right now Telangana has 1,000+ life sciences companies. We've already reached an ecosystem value of $80 billion. And we have 200+ US FDA approved sites. We are also proud to say that we're the only region in the world with such a number. In terms of investments, we've managed to bring in over $3 billion worth of investments. We've created almost 4.5 lakh direct jobs and many more indirect jobs. Some of the key highlights of the ecosystem that we've managed to build for life sciences in the state of Telangana, we currently produce 1/3 of the global vaccine production. Over 9 billion doses per year are being produced out of Telangana. 40% of the national pharma production happens in our state. We have more than 20+ life sciences and medtech specific incubators. More than 40 national research institutions are there, and we provide best-in-class industry infrastructure and incentives. Well, the obvious question is, how were we able to manage to do all of this? So we have a pretty unique model with 4 major pillars. So our first pillar is the cluster-based approach that the government has decided to take. If you can look at the map on the left side bottom of your screen, we have developed 4 unique clusters in and around our capital, which is the city of Hyderabad. The 4 clusters are Genome Valley, Medical Devices Park, Hyderabad Pharma City, and the Tech and GCC Hub. The Genome Valley is one of the oldest organized life sciences clusters in the entire country. And the fact that I was talking about 1/3 of the global vaccine production happens in Genome Valley. Medical Devices Park is the biggest organized medical devices park in the country currently. We are proud to say that it hosts Asia's largest coronary stent manufacturing facility. Hyderabad Pharma City is an upcoming project, and when completed, it will be the world's largest integrated pharma cluster. The Tech and GCC Hub, which is a cluster in itself, combines biology and technology, combines data sciences and life sciences. So in these cluster-based approach, which we've distributed across the geography, we've managed to build focused and dedicated infrastructure for the respective fields, and thereby we're able to benefit from them. We've also formed a life sciences advisory committee, with the current chair being Dr. Satish Reddy, who's the chairman of Dr. Reddy Laboratories. And this advisory committee acts as a bridge between the government to the industry, and we also involve the academia as well. So when there is a constant dialogue between the industry and the government and the academia, we are always in touch with what is relevant for the industry and how can the government help them out. Another very powerful initiative that the government has taken is the industrial policy, which is unique, and TS iPass. The government of Telangana has made it by law a right for industries to get clearances. Through in TS iPass, if the clearances are not given in 15 days, they are deemed to be cleared and the industry can start working. That is a statutory clearance that is given by the government. Another very successful initiative of the government is BioAsia. So BioAsia is an annual life sciences forum that happens in February of every year. And it is an international event with more than 2,500 delegates from over 50 countries coming down across the walks, across government agencies. For example, this year we've had government representatives from United Kingdom, from South Africa, from USA, from Belgium, etc. Government representatives, scientists, academicians, students, some of the biggest corporate leaders, all of them come down and they are at one event talking about everything related to the field. So it has been a constant endeavor from the government to bring everybody onto a same platform. And then we try and see how best we can bridge the gap. And that's how we're able to be very successful. The initiatives or these projects have come with their fair bit of challenges. We are the youngest state of India as such, and we at every point of time we have been competing with established regions in Asia, to name a few: Singapore, China, etc. So it has always been a constant struggle to constantly uplift ourselves, to constantly check where the competition is, and to see how can we do much better. We're also a landlocked state with no access to ports. So developing of manufacturing or trying to promote manufacturing industries, it has been a challenge, but we're able to develop good dry ports, which is adding in our benefit. And it has always been the endeavor of the government to promote environmentally sustainable growth. Growth at the cost of environment or growth at the cost of cutting down on greenery was never a question. And it has always been hand in hand. It has to go together. Scalability and future roadmap for the department. In terms of scalability, because we've adopted the cluster-based model and they are located pretty far from each other, it is very easy for us to extend the clusters. Like I was talking about initially, Hyderabad Pharma City will be launched soon, and when it is launched, it will be the world's largest integrated pharma cluster. We are also developing a unique dedicated life sciences university which will cater for bachelor's, master's, PhD, and postdoctoral studies in the fields of life sciences, pharmaceuticals, biotechnology, bioinformatics, genomics, etc. We are also actively pursuing a chain of center of excellences model. To start with, we have tied up with World Economic Forum for their Center for Industrial Revolution dedicated to life sciences, which will be set up in the city of Hyderabad, Telangana. And this is only a beginning. We are also in talks to set up a center of excellence for antimicrobial resistance, and in partnership with multiple government agencies. So we ideally like to build a chain of such center of excellences to help the model. That's it from my side. I'm open to questions. Thank you so much.
Just one question from my side, sir. When this life sciences university, you are planning to make it functional?
So, sir, right as of now, the Life Sciences University is positioned to be placed within the Hyderabad Pharmacity campus. The work is going on. We currently have one MOU with King's College London to help us formulate the curriculum and all of that. So, an ideal timeline, we're looking at about 8 months to 1 year.
Yeah, also, Mr. Sharma, just to add to my colleague Tanmay, we are planning to start the university in January 2024 from a temporary campus. Since the university is stationed out of Hyderabad Pharma City, the permanent campus will be located there. But since the cluster is still getting commissioned, it will take time for us to build the university there. Hence, we want to start as soon as possible, and we'll be starting in January 24. We are identifying the places for a temporary campus right now.
But start it on a large scale, because India's population, and I don't think there is any other university like that. So you have to create a massive infrastructure for this university, because in the vaccine area, COVID vaccine, we have already achieved a lot of success. Definitely, your state is best positioned to take up such an initiative. A few years back, I attended one conference, rather exhibition cum conference in the HICC Hyderabad, along with Mr. Jayesh Ranjan, your secretary. So I know your initiative in this area. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Sudhan. Thank you so much, respectable judges.
Mr. Mohan, Mohan, would you like to pose any question?
Yes, no, I'm really happy with the way they have gone about and the initiatives which have been taken. And I'm really impressed with the outcomes which have been achieved in the state in this particular area. I think that's really, really, I think it's indicative of the efforts which have been put, the concentrated efforts which have been put in that area. I think this setting up of the university is going to go a long way. I just hope this should get replicated by the other states also, so that they can also develop some of these specialized areas and expertise across the country, rather than concentrating only in one particular region. So how this information can be transferred to the other things, I think SKOCH can play a very important role in that. But if an institutional thing or Government of India also does something, that would be really good. Thank you.
Jury members, I want to present stipulated time within the time all the technical matters. NGF is the company established in Hubli during 1988. Is having the board of directors, 10 IS officers. They are all state level officers, and including deputy commissioners. Then the company is majorly manufacturing of power distribution transformers as well as the power transformers. Then having a unit at Hubli, Bangalore, and Batinda. We used to manufacture from 25 kilowatt to 60,000 kilowatt capacity. During COVID time also, many industries were shut down, but we worked in 2 shifts. We supplied around 37,000 transformer to Gulbarga, Bangalore, Mysore, Mangalore, Hubli Dharwad electrical companies based on their request. We are the major MPNL company supplying company to the ISRO, Bangalore and Pune. Then Steel Authority of India, we are the MPNL suppliers. Then Tata Groups and Military Engineering Services. Then BHL, NTPS and HFT machine tools. So regarding high technology transformers, our technical team is here. They will go through in details.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Am I audible to all the jury members, sir?
Yes, you are audible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, thank you, sir. As sir told, ours is a government of Karnataka company and one of the oldest company which we are running right now. It is established in 1988. And when our NGF Limited Bangalore unit was closed in 2002, we have shifted all the equipments, materials to Hubli, and we are running right now. So what NGF is doing right now, sir? See, there are 1,000 companies in India which manufacture transformers, but what NGF is doing different from others. So see, we are giving transformer to all the customers which does not require maintenance for 20 years. We are the only company which giving nameplate with do not filter these transformers for 20 years. The main reasons of transformer damage is moisture. As you know, in jury member, I heard that he is from electrical engineer, Mr. Sharmaji. So moisture is the main enemy of transformer, sir. If transformer becomes wet, then transformer will damage within 10 years. So for remove moisture, we are giving some techniques which is pre-breathing. Means there are other things which damage transformer: faulty design, leaking gaskets, moisture generation inside the transformer, and excess sludge in oil. So keeping in mind, so there is two aspects. One is, see, there is in oil filled transformer, transformer will become wet when the moisture is going entry in that transformer. So because of this, transformer become faulty. So moisture capacity of oil storing capacity of moisture is up to 100 to 120 ppm. Above that, it releases moisture into winding and press board and wood. There is so what NGF is giving. So life extension devices developed by NGF. Sir, we are developed one system which is seal breathing system for distribution and power transformers. See, moisture does not go, atmospheric moisture does not enter through this, because we are giving seal breathing system. So we are preventing atmosphere moisture entering into transformer, and to prevent moisture generating inside the tank, we are giving online oil purifier. So these two things which removes moisture, first thing. And there is second thing, after IS says after 10 years, winding has to be tightened, and you have to remove the core coil assembly, tightening the assembly, all those things. So as per IS, overhauling has to be done after 10 years. For this, customer has to shut down his transformer, outrage, and become costly for running on DC his plant and all. So to prevent this, we have provided auto winding tightening system inside the tank. For that, he does not need to even open the transformer after 10 years also. And the main thing of all these portion is, sir, we are using hybrid insulation transformers. Hybrid insulation is, see, all other in India, all other manufacturers are using class A insulation. You can call anybody, all are using class A insulation, but we are using class E insulation, which has temperature rise of 120 degree, but class A has only 90 degree. So we are giving better temperature rise insulation. On copper strip, we use class E first, then later on we use class A also. So together we call hybrid insulation transformer. So third thing, we are giving transformer all other consumers to sense their transformer output. What is my oil temperature indicator? What is my winding temperature indicator? And what are the tap position is my transformer is running. So to sense these all things, we have provided one remote sensing device which will be mounted on transformer, and he can see through his desktop or mobile anywhere, sitting anywhere in the world. So what is my transformer temperature and all. So online oil purifier, sir. So as I told you, moisture is the main enemy of transformer. To remove this, we have provided online oil purification system, which is powerless. It does not consume any power, and does not need any outrage. See, in India right now, all are using filtration system. For that, they need to shut down the transformer. When you shut down the transformer, winding become cool, and filtration machines are used to filter only oil. So when you shut down the transformer, actually practically what happens, when you do the filtration, winding has to be hotter than oil. But in India, when we do the filtration, shut down in the transformer. So when you shut down the transformer, oil moisture will go into windings, because winding has insulation, paper insulation, press board, wood and all. So they filter machine people they do only filter of oil. And when you switch on the transformer, winding moisture again it will move into oil. Then there is no use of filtering filtration of that. There is a purpose will not solve that. So to avoid this, our online purification system is mounted on transformer without consuming any power. When transformer is on a load temperature, right? So oil will move through that chamber, and the moisture will be removed easily. So benefits of oil purifier. There are one, as I told you, maintenance free. See, 20 years you do not filter. See, for 1000 kVA transformer in India, largely filter machine people are charging 30 to 40,000 rupees. For 20 years, that cost will be saved by customer. Second thing, outrage. Third thing, see, even if he does the filtration of transformer with the filtration machine, so purpose is not solved, because he shut down the transformer, oil or moisture is will enter into winding, and when you transformer switched on, then again winding moisture will become will enter into oil. These all things are happen. In India, sir, NGF, I say, being an NGF employee, we are the first company which introduced digital indication, digital OTI, WTI with you say protection relay. See, in all other currently, sir, all other transformer manufacturers are using dial type indicators, even digital also. But what we are providing, see, sensing of temperature limit, adjusting it temperature limit. See, when we take ambient temperature 50 degree as a ambient temperature. So in distribution transformer, 90 and 95 is the alarm and trip adjustment we provide. But in India, we have 3 seasons. In summer, there is a different ambient. In winter, there is a different variant, different ambient. So in winter, in northern India, we see ambient temperature will become even 5 degree or 4 degree. So in dial type indicators, there is no system that temperature rise limit should be adjusted, because the man has to be present at that time and adjust the temperature limit. But what we are giving is, irrespective of ambient temperature, the system will run allowing temperature rise limit. So yeah, when you set the temperature limit 90 and 95, 90 on alarm and 95 on trip. So our system will run on this. This is the first time not only in India, first time in world we launched this thing. As I told you, sir, the fourth photo, this is online oil purification system, which is mounted on transformer without consuming any power, without any outrage and anything. See, when transformer is on load, oil will be flow through this chamber, and moisture will remove. And this is seal breathing system. You might have seen all the transformers other part where conservator is like round shape, but ours is this is a different type of seal breathing system which does not allow moisture entering into transformer. This is for power transformer we use like this. This is another type of power transformer we use. There are, depending on quantity of oil, we use different type of online purification system. This is our dry type system. We are the only company which supplied transformers to Central Vista project. These are the Central Vista project transformers. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Jerry. Any questions on our?
Simply excellent and brilliant presentation and very good innovations. All the 5 innovations which you
Yes,
have
sir.
integrated in the power transformer as well as distribution transformers, I
Thank you, sir.
really appreciate.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I
Actually, sir, our initiative is that to become, you know, customer friendly oriented products. See, there are so many transformer companies who only just manufacture and supply the transformer, but our part is that, see, NGF is known for the quality, and we supplied so many transformers which even motors also, it does not, you know, we supplied power transformer to NFLs, National Fertilizers Limited, which are running even more than 50 years. They said, sir, ours इसमें तो कुछ हो ही नहीं चल रहा है, like that. Feedback is getting so, and these are things. See, like to going through these our technology, even the Central Vista people, PMO people appreciated our technology, which nobody are giving right now. But being a government company, we do not do marketing in a bigger way. But right now, our MD sir is taking opportunity and all things, so we are moving ahead, sir.
I think you should do marketing also. This is a very good innovation, because
yes.
it is not easy to shut down.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. To run on a DG. So, yes, sir. Yes, sir. So moisture is the main enemy of transformers, as you know, sir. So this is the new all things we are. हेलो,
ये आपने बहुत अच्छा काम करा है, पर इस काम को I think you have to commercialize also, because whatever research and whatever development that you have done to remove the moisture and extend the life and extend the maintenance of it, maintenance time of it, I think that is a really, really good effort. And this has to, I think you should patent your technology, some of these technologies, and go ahead.
No, some of the devices are patented. Seal breathing system is patented, sir, and auto winding tightening system is patented. But see, only being a government company, we do not do marketing like private people. But with our all these things, we standardize. You purchase our transformer, these will be fitted on our transformer, sir. So this is our standard practice right now.
Well, see, once you have patented your technologies, I think you should sell your patent to the other manufacturers who can also benefit from it. The cost of the patent will not be much, but the benefit to the country will be enormous.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I think that is what is more important.
Yes, sir. We do take your advice, sir.
Please. We'll be taking notes, sir. No problem.
And others were present for evaluating my ICT application, which is called NIPUS 2.0. So one thing I have to mention here that we did not take support outside the government domain. We got support from the ICMR, which is the research wing of government of it. Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, and we have, that we are running one program that is called NLEP, National Leprosy Elimination Program, and so the central team of National Elimination Program, along with the support of ICMR, have done everything regarding development of this app, and we are working on it till now. So I assumed the charge of Deputy Director General Leprosy in August month last year, 2022, and after assuming the charge, what I found that there is no ICT application for registering the cases, leprosy cases in our country. So I mean, immediately I took up the matter with the ICMR team that we have to develop one, ICT applications for our leprosy patients so that we can start the leprosy cases on a real-time basis from the field level. So next slide, please. So recently what happened? I mean, recently on 30th January 2023, we released two documents. One of the documents, which is called National Strategic Plan and Roadmap for 2023-27, and it has got 5 strategic pillars. So you can see the 5 strategic pillars. Number 1 is the strengthening the leadership, commitment, partnership, then accelerate case detection activities, then quality of service at every level, prevention of disease, disability, stigma, discrimination. You know that lot of stigma and discrimination is attached to leprosy also, and even other disease also like tuberculosis, even mental health illness. So that is the 4th one. But the 5th one, I mean, which is related to our application. So we promised to our honorable minister that we have to, I mean, we will develop one application for registering digital, registering cases digitally. And so the 5th pillar is digitalization of leprosy cases, and that is called NICUS 2.0. Why it is called NICUS 2.0? Because we tried in 2017, but that was an aborted attempt. Nothing could come out from that attempt. So this time successful. That's why you can see NICUS 2.0, and we are registering cases through this ICT portal or application. Next slide. So then, I mean, I want to say here that what is NICUS? Actually, NI means, it's a Sanskrit term, NICUS, that NI means eradication and PUS means leprosy, or PUS, you have heard about PUS. So it is the application is called NICUS, and the application is a robust one. We have given the name NICUS 2.0, and you know that it's an integrated ICT application for the leprosy data management and patient tracking. I mean, individual patient can be tracked in the application from the diagnosis to follow up and everything. I mean, whether the patient is receiving medicines on a regular basis, whether there is, whether there is adherence to treatment, or whether there is interruption of, treatment of the patient. Everything will be depicted in that platform. The NICUS 2.0, we have already, I have mentioned, we had launched, and that was launched by our Honorable Health Minister, Sri Monsung Manduraji, on 30th January. So it's a recent event. And immediately after that, we started registering the cases in our application, and till date, we have registered, more than 8,000 cases in our application. The actual figure, if you say about today's figure, that is 8,193. If you consider the total, financial year data, start 1st April to 31st January 2023, we have actually 88,000 cases. So we have started just in February registering the case, and the cases which were diagnosed from 1st January this year, those are registered in the portal. So it's a very good data management system to register the cases. And what is the idea of this portal? Idea of this portal is that if you have a digital platform, then you can collect the data and collate the data, and you can analyze the data. And we have a data management team who can analyze the data. Ultimately, main purpose of this application is that how to share the information. Data will be converted into information, and how to share the information to the states and union territories, so they can modify their plan and their policy. Next slide, please. And you know that so in the salient feature of NICUS 2.0 is like that the patient registration and referral. So we are doing that at the block level, because at the block level we have one NHM data entry operator who can do the job, and all the such DOs, they are doing the job at the block level, and we are providing the salary of those data entry operator at the block level, And they usually they have been asked and requested to register data at least within a period of 2 weeks. And there we are also uploading the monthly progress report in the portal. And you know, monthly progress report that happens first week of every month at the district level, at the block level, so that all cases of the district can be viewed and can be, aggregated or collated on the first week of next month, and by the data entry operator of the district team. Next slide, please. So this is the, structure, you can say, starting from that. I am the Deputy Director General, heading, and I am the National Program Manager of National Leprosy Eradication Program. My office at Nirvan Bhavan, which is the headquarters of Ministry of Health. We have 36 states and the leprosy officer. All are given ID and password. Even we have provided password to all the district level officer. They are called district leprosy officer. We have provided, ID and password to the all, that data entry operators of the block level. And so you can see the figure. More than 7,247 ID passwords we have provided them, and they have started after launching of that SKOCH 2.0. And that system is like, next slide please. Yeah, system is like that. From the field level, the most peripheral health worker is ASA. Everybody knows about it. ASA and ANM. So they can refer a suspect case to the PSC level, which is primary health center level, and the medical officer, who is the in charge of a PSC, he can, ultimately diagnose a case of leprosy and immediately fill up the physical format. At the PSC level, we are filling the physical format only, and we provide immediately after diagnosis, we provide a card, treatment card to the patient. And from that level of PSC, usually the data are being sent to the block level, and block level that DO, the data entry operator, he upload, register the cases, total cases of the block at least once in a week in the portal that is called SKOCH 2.0. And after that, we have that district level, data entry operator. They usually they are supposed to fill up the monthly progress report once in a week, first week of every month, and then data goes to the state level, and ultimately it comes to us at the national level. This is the digital, format which has to be, filled up by the block level data entry operator. After going through that physical format which was sent from the PSC level. So there are so many things starting from, this is called actually digital socio-demographic data along with the diagnosis of leprosy. There are two types of leprosy. One is possibacillate leprosy, another one multibacillate leprosy. So everything will be there, what type of leprosy, even the socio-demographic data is, everything should be filled up by the block level DO. Then he will send that data to the district level, and district level job is that to collect the data and also fill up the monthly progress report. Next slide, please. Yeah. So, everybody, starting from the central leprosy division to state leprosy cell, district leprosy cell, even block leprosy cell, they are assigned the job how to fill up the, how to register the case, how to fill up the digital format. And that we have started training too, because we have, we have started this ICT application only on a pilot basis in November, December, and released or launched on 30th January only. And so far, more than 8,000 data we have registered in our portal. And this is the state level format, state level format. The state level officer, who is called state leprosy officer, they can see each and every case of leprosy, what type of leprosy, whether that leprosy case is getting treatment, and whether there is a transfer out, I mean, whether that patient is transferred out from one state to another, one block to another, everything that the state leprosy officer can view. Next slide. And this data, because we had to provide that this presentation PPT 2 days back, and you can see the data, aggregated data day before yesterday view 7,860. Today I have already mentioned it's about 8,190. So continuously our DEOs of different level of the block level and some of the DEOs of the district level also, they are entering the data on a basis. So now it's a full-blown ICT application, and it's a successful innovation, we can say, because it's a just government initiative. We are not taking help from anyone outside the government arena or domain. Next slide, please. So thank you very much, and probably I have taken less time what was entitled for me. Thank you. Thank you, I think the SKOCH team also and jury member team.
So thank you very much for lovely presentation. A very interesting and comprehensive project you have implemented. I would like to know what are the major outcomes of this project?
So can you repeat, sir? I could not hear you.
What are the major outcomes of the project?
Yeah, major outcomes of the project is that so far, I mean, if you take a period, I mean, take the period before 30th January 2023, we used only physical format. I mean, we used to get data through Excel sheets, which was being sent usually through a mail. But you know that Digital India concept of our Honorable Minister is there. So somehow we have to go towards digitalizing everything, the data of leprosy cases, because other national program, I worked also as a DDG TV. They have started that digital format in 2012. So we are late, but we have started late. And after assumption of charges, I took that matter seriously. And outcome is that now there is a digital format, and we can see at every level, at the district level, state level, and the national level, we can see the total number of cases, and even the individual leprosy cases, what type of leprosy cases, and we can collect the data, and ultimately we can convert the data into information to give proper information to the states and UTs, so that if there is requirement, they can modify their policy and their annual plan. And I want to mention here also.
I know it facilitates you collecting the data. There are 2-3 things which are very important. Number one, how good is the collection of data? Because what I saw in your presentation, you are given a time of 15 days and 1 week for collection of the data, which I feel if you're collecting the data electronically, that time is too high. That time should be shorter in case you want the application to really give you effective results. So, because today in most of the places where all you are collecting the data, there is enough connectivity which is available. And other applications of the Department of Health are actually collecting online data at many of these places, right up to the panchayat level. Okay. So connectivity today has gone right up to the panchayat level, so you can collect the data right from there, from the health worker, because you have covered all the health workers.
Yeah, so thank you, sir, for that question. The answer is that we had eliminated leprosy in 2005 to the level of less than 1 per 10,000. So now the prevalence of leprosy, if you consider, if you compare the total leprosy cases of 1999, with the present, that total leprosy cases at that time was more than 8 lakhs. Those 8 lakhs cases has been dropped down to, if you consider the present data, that has been dropped down to something. If you take the assumption of up to 31st March, so we'll get only 1,05,000. So in many blocks, there is no case at all. I mean, out of that 7,500 blocks in India, I think half of the block, half number of blocks.
I agree with you. Leprosy is a disease which is not very common. It's very, very uncommon. It's there in some pockets which is still left out. And I think over time, we'll be able to win over this particular thing.
No, next answer, second part of the answer is that we have in our policy that we will extend the, registering the case to the PSC level in the next phase. So I have shown you the first page of my NIPUS 2.0 ICT application, next page, so that that MO, medical officer of the PSC, register that data then and there, immediately after diagnosis. That is the second page. So
the ultimate aim is that the disease should be cured and eliminated. So I think that
we have eliminated in 2005. Our next goal is eradication of leprosy from the country, so that there is no case of leprosy in the country.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Who developed this application? NIC?
The Central Leprosy Division. I mean, which is situated in the Nirmana Bhavan.
Thank you. Good.
Thank you, Dr. Saab. Thank you, please.
Sir, HPCL is operating one of its pipeline, 502 kilometers pipeline from Vijayawada to Secunderabad. It's called VVSPL, sir. We are having traveling, like our pipeline is passing through like 12 districts, and it is having main stations, like 8 main stations, and we pump finished petroleum products like petrol, diesel, and aviation turbine fuel, and it is catering the product to the 2 services, 2 states, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. So the purpose which I told about this thing is that our pipeline goes into the remote locations. It is passing through the fields, hills, and everything. So we have a security deployed, security people and other services. We have a small stations. We have 32 stations in between along this 500 kilometers pipeline. So we have a security people who will physically inspecting the pipeline. So we reach to the routes. Our approach, CSR approach, is to route reach the needy people in the remote locations. And we conduct this CSR activities in the remote locations. And we have done 2 crores worth CSR activities in this year, sir. And in this 9 projects, supply of medical equipment to the primary health centers, and 15 projects for the facilities to the schools. Like we supply benches, ROs, and repair of the school, government school buildings. And we have given 2 projects, that is facilities to the villages, sir. And the amounts we can see, we have supplied 1 crore more medical equipment, sir, and 66 lakhs for the schools, and another 3 lakhs for the villages, sir. 30 lakhs, sorry, sir. And these are the few facilities which are inauguration of the facilities. You can see the pictures where our people have inaugurated the toilets donated to the PHCs, like schools, sir, at Bogaram, and painting of the school buildings, and 250 liters per hour RO, and inauguration of the school benches, and supply of school benches and cupboards to the schools at Sunkapur. This is in Andhra Pradesh, sir. And this is a newspaper clippings of our CSR activities. We have supplied 20 lakhs worth medical equipment to the primary health centers at Gunupudi, that is in Anakapalli district, Andhra Pradesh, and to the Sapavaram. And these are the few photos which I'm sharing, sir. There are a lot of activities. We have done a lot of activities throughout the year. Thank you, sir.
So what are the outcomes of the project, the CSR which you have done? Is there any uplift in these villages and other places? Whether you
yes, sir. See, for example, we have given a medical equipment to the primary health center in the Mandal, where people have to, for example, if I take the example of the Gunupudi, that is a remote location in Anakapalli district, sir, they have to travel at least 60 kilometers to get an ECG done. ECG or ultrasonic machine. We have provided 13 lakhs worth ultrasonic machine to them for the ultrasound scans, where people have to die literally 60 kilometers or 70 kilometers. So we have provided the basic required machines which are required for the primary health center. And other things like we have constructed 200 KL underground water tank in Bogaram. That is one of the village. So this is for the village, sir. Like each project, we have an impact of at least more than like this PSC project. Each PSC project has an impact of more than 10,000 people, sir.
Okay, good.
Okay, good. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
The WPTCL West Bengal Power Development Corporation Limited is a state thermal power generating company, and we are having 5 thermal power units at Kolaghat, Bandel, Santaldi, Sagardigi, and Bokresa. Sir, our generating capacity is 4265 megawatt, and we are having 17 number of thermal power units ranging from 60 megawatt to 500 megawatts. And we are getting our coal from our own mines. 5 numbers mines we are having right now in West Bengal and Jharkhand. Pachwara is our biggest mines. We are getting around 10 to 12 rakes per day, 35,000 to 45,000 coal. And our daily coal requirement is around 70,000 coal. And out of this, 55,000, around 55,000 coal is getting from our own mines, and rest 15,000 around we are getting from CIL. Sir, our new upcoming project is at Sagardigi, a supercritical 660 megawatt, which is the COD is supposed to be in the next financial year. And with this Sagardigi unit, we are having subcritical, critical, as well as we are having presently 25.5 megawatt peak capacity solar power. And there is also a upkeeping project in solar, 37.5 megawatt in terms of floating and ground mounted. Sir, our journey, what we have written about in our first page, first slide, that WPTCL this our the West Bengal government GENCO, our service life is around 60 years if we consider the first unit of Bandel, which is running at 60 megawatt, and from this it is installed in 1965. And thereafter, in 83 to 91, 93, sir, Kolaghat thermal power plant. Thereafter, Bokresa in 1999 to 2008, and the most recent power plant is our 300 megawatt and 500 megawatt at Sagardigi in 2016 and 2017, sir. Now, our journey towards excellence is that our PLF, the prime KPI of thermal power plant, it is around hovering around 50%. If we go back 5 years ago, sir. Since then, in the last 5 years, basically the last 3 years, we are marching towards excellence in terms of PLF, not only PLF, sir, in terms of specific coil consumption, in terms of auxiliary power consumption as well. The biggest challenge that we are facing, sir, we will show you later on, but the biggest threat in the power plant is safety. In our safety, this the slide that is showing, sir. We are all our 5 plants. Safety is our prime motto, and in Santaldi thermal power plant, we have at a stretch more than 1,000 days without any incident, and our other power plants also performance as far as safety is concerned is well ahead, sir. If we consider the individual performance of our thermal power units, Bokresa thermal power plant at present in India, sir, ranking is first. With our PLF is around 92%. Santaldi power station is third position in all India, which is 91%, and Sagardigi, our biggest plant under WPTCL umbrella, is now at around 89%, sir. In the first, so we can say that in the first 5 position overall India, three numbers go up on 31st March in this year. We stand in 3 positions, maybe first, second, third, or first, second, fourth, or first, third, fourth, fifth. Now, sir, this performance is a great achievement as far as overall PLF is concerned. I'm telling you, sir, our as a whole PDCL, our PLF is around 84% as of now. Comparing the biggest giant NTPC, their PLF at present PLF, yearly PLFs are around 75%. If you consider last year our performance was 79% is our PLF, and NTPC they're around 70%. So it is the graph showing the gradual increment of our performance indicator, generation and exhaust ability is given here. In this graph, we are showing you the generation in billion units and availability 21.74 in 2019 to this year will cross 31 billion, 31.5, around 31, we will reach around 31.5. So there is an increment of more than 30%, 35% in terms of generation in last 5 years. If you see the PLF, this year PLF will reach 85%. From 57% in 18-19, we're going to have 85% in this year. And it is as an entity, it will be highest in India. Already very high because the second in this run is NTPC, it is around 75%, and PDCL is now at around 85%. Actually, we are using different tools, different mechanism to promote our performance culture. We are taking the help from ERP, we are having overhauling plant, we are getting our WhatsApp group. Actually, we are taking all these technologies. Recently, sir, we have launched performance process information system, PI system in our corporate office, so that we can assess all the parameters, all the critical parameters, I can say, from all of 5 units in our corporate, and we have dedicated engineers, we have dedicated staff to go through all the critical parameters 24 hours basis. And if any abnormality, if any criticality we found, then immediately we address, and we will to the respective plant, to the respective unit operators, and try to get rid of that. Now, this is actually all these incremental performance improvement that we see in all fields. This is because many things. One of the things is our disciplined approach. Sir, this is the oil consumption, secondary oil consumption, SOC. You can see, sir, more than 75% improvement if we consider last 5 years. 1.49 to now in this year, we are running at around 0.34. This huge saving of secondary oil not only benefited in terms of money, sir, in our exchequer, but it is the national property that we are being saved. Auxiliary power conversion, another issue, sir. It will directly help in the carbon footprint, sir. From 9.61 in 18-19 is now 8.44. Almost we have achieved the parameter we set at 8.5 all India basis. We are already achieved that figure 8.44 in this fiscal, and it will also save in terms of money and in terms of sent out. Whatever the SG, whatever scheduled generation we have given to grid, that will be increased by that percentage. Another issue of thermal pipeline is the biggest issue is ash utilization, sir. We have two form of ash, wet ash and dry ash. And if we see our station ash utilization, it is almost nearly 100%. It is 94% in this year, and at the 31st March, it will be around 94, 95. Now, coming to the challenges, sir. The biggest challenge that we are facing, sir, one is the coal. Sir, as we all know, that since last more than 6 months, last 1 year, at all India basis, there is a scarcity of coal, sir. Since we are our own mines, from these own mines, we can manage at around 80% of our requirement. Our yearly requirement nearly 20 to 21 million metric ton per year, considering our existing capacity of 4 to 65 megawatt, and rest 20% coal, that is we are being taken from CIL, sir. Now, availability of coal in regular basis in uniform manner and the right quality of coal is really a great challenge, because during rainy season there is a possibility, there is a raising gets lower in lower side, and the foreign items, foreign particles in coal is also an issue. Now we have adopted many things in Beaker Boy. We have installed magnetic separator, fresh magnetic separator. We have already installed in 2 numbers belts, but we have converted into 4 numbers conveyor. And another issue is from regulatory to have accommodated the regulatory norms. Regulatory norms are being changed in each year multiple times. This year, we know, sir, that recovery of capacity charge is being changed in this year itself. In the coming year, actually, the recovery of fixed charge is being 85% of capacity, 85% of DC. What is the declared capacity? What is declared in terms of that 85% recovery is being not in flat rate in next year, sir. It will be in 4 stages actually: high season, low season, peak hours, off-peak hours. So it is a new challenge coming up in the next year. We are already prepared in this year itself, and we are actually we do provide most of the full capacity power. Try to give our full capacity power in the peak hours and the peak season. But till date, it was on an average basis, on the yearly average basis. But in the coming year, it will be going to segregated way: peak demand, peak season, low peak season, off peak hours, low peak hours. So it is a new challenge coming up. Another is flexible operations. Our units technically till date, there is a technical limit to which we can come down to our unit load, and this is at around 70%. Now, in this fixed regime, we have to go down for 55%, and then in the second stage up to 40%. Now, with thermal power plant in 40% or 55%, there is definitely there will be an issue in terms of turbine vibration, in terms of our flexible combustion, stress of our boiler, stress in our turbine. So now we have to accommodate, because it is an all India phenomena. We have to, and we are getting prepared, sir. We have already placed order. Another is AGC. AGC is coming up, automatic generation control. This is because of government is thinking that in this year, in the coming year and coming next 5 years, there is a high demand. And in this year projected power is around 230 gigawatt at peak hours at peak load, compared to last year around 200 gigawatt. So this is an AGC, automatic grid control. This system is new system, that is they will be triggered from SLDC, but state load dispatch center or national load dispatch center to the individual unit, and we have to increase our load or decrease our load, whatever required, and as per our declaration, maybe 5%, up to 5%. Another is pollution parameters. But there is always a prevailing pollution parameters, but we are having 2 old units in Kolaghat thermal power plant and Bandel thermal plant, which is very old. But still, till now, we can say, sir, that we are running all these plants within the parameter as far as SPM, that is suspended particulate matter consideration and NOx consideration. But in terms of SOx, we are a little in backseat position, but it is true for most of the units in all India basis. And so we are preparing itself. We have already placed order for desulfurization in Kolaghat, and we are also going to place order for Saudaldi, Saradingi, and Bokestas. And all this is all for us. Once again, thank you, sir. And we can say, sir, that we will try so that though our entity is not too much, but so our power is around 2. We can produce around around 2% of national requirement, but we are committed to give 100%, that is 2% national power whenever required. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Very good presentation. I understand that most of the power stations in your state are thermal. Is
Yes.
it, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. About 5 years back, your PLF was 57%, and now it has improved to 85%.
Yes.
What could be the reasons for low PLF in the 5 years back? Number 2, is there any plan for renovation, modernization, operating, retrofitting of old power stations?
Sir, actually, we are in the thermal power business till since 1983. But in the last 5 years, in 2014, 2015, we came into the coal business, sir. Government allowed us five numbers coal block they are giving. And this is one of the first coal block from North Barjo. It is coming up 2018, and from Pachwara we are getting coal from 2019. Now this is the issue that from our own mines, when we starts getting coal in 2018, 2019, since then availability of coal is much better. Before that, we are completely dependent on CIL. This is one issue for getting our performance better in the last 3 years, because in this year 2020 running year, we are getting around 80% of our required coal. In the last year 2021-22 we get 60%, and before that we get only around 25% from our own mine. And 2018, 2019, 2017, 18, 19, we get almost all coal from CIL. So there is no control over CIL here. And so this is the main reason actually we can say that we are getting high PLF. And we are sir, from many committees and many cross-functional cross-functional teams, like boiler cross-functional team, turbine cross-functional team, efficiency, operation and efficiency cross-functional teams. These cross-functional teams, with the help of getting premium institutions like NTPC and DVC, we are getting expertise from them how to operate our units in fine tuning, and our these cross-functional teams actually put a lot, sir. We have reduced our partial loss, we have reduced our force outage. We have wasted in the year 2017-18, our force outage is in the range of 17%, sir. In this year, current year, it is around 1.75%. This is the main reason. And what you have said that RNM, yes, sir. In the last 5 years, taking from capex, we are taking around 300 crores each year from capex, and we are investing in particularly in our old units to revamp. We have replaced almost all boiler tubes in Kolhahat, Bandel, and to some extent in Bokasar, sir. And we have replaced with high efficient motors with old motors, and we have replaced condenser tubes in Kolhahat and Bandel. And like that, sir, these many RNM activities have been taken up there.
Okay, thank you, please. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Can we go to
Mohammed Nazir from Karnataka Minority Development Corporation. So about this Karnataka Minority Development Corporation, our corporation is established in 1986 by the government of Karnataka under the Companies Act 1956. The main objective of the corporation is to extend the financial assistance to the poorest of the poor among the minorities, so as to enable them to become a self-reliant, and also to provide social justice, infrastructure, education, and employment. As of today, the share capital of our company is 600 crores, and it functions under the supervision of Minority Welfare Department, Government of Karnataka. The major, as you know, the major minority communities covered under KMDC is Muslims, Christians, Jains, Parsis, Sikhs, and Buddhists. The major schemes implemented by our corporation is one of the main flagship program is the ARIU, that is financial assistance to the minority students, especially for professional courses. And also we implement the Ganga Kalyana scheme, which give financial assistance for the drilling of borewells, installation of pump sets for the farmers, to which helps to irrigate their dry lands, and also subsidy for the purchase of taxi, goods vehicle, and also auto rickshaws. Here we are giving only subsidy, and the loan is from the nationalized and scheduled banks. And also one more scheme, we have a Sama Shakti scheme. In this, we are giving financial assistance mainly for the street vendors and other more poorest of the poor of the minority people. And one more scheme is the self-employment scheme. In this scheme also, we are giving subsidy, and the loan is provided from the nationalized and scheduled bank. And the last one is the direct loan for benefit for the business and industrial purpose. In this, we are giving a loan up to 20 lakhs rupees with the mortgage. So here we are mainly focusing on this ARIU, that student financial assistance scheme, for this award, this one program. In this scheme is a very old scheme, started in 1999 to provide financial assistance to the professional courses like MBBS, then Bachelor of Engineering, Bachelor of Architecture, then BA, all ICE courses, and also Paramedical Sciences courses, then BDS, and also MBA, MCA, and LLB courses. The financial assistance ranging from 50,000 to rupees 3 lakhs every year of the course. And the repayment of this financial assistance given with a nominal service charge of 2% after the completion of, after 6 months of the completion of the course. The main challenges in the implementation of this scheme is that is the last mile reach, and also the identification of genuine beneficiaries, veracity of colleges and need for the process for the verification, easy and quick processing of application and disbursal of loans, and human resources optimization, budgetary allocation, follow-up, execution, and also the recovery amount. The problem solving and paradigm shift is digitalization of records and developing custom-made software application and dedicated portal. KMDC loan management software, a portal for a snapshot for the entire application status and processing, and applying online with the generation streamlined loan disbursement directly to the colleges and also the government agencies like Karnataka Examination Authority to regularly verify and transfer the assistant to the respective colleges. These are the ease of services delivery, how it happens. That is, we have our own KMDC mobile application for the easy access, and also we have a both head office and district office dashboards. So from the dashboard only, every day we can watch the entire flow system, about the progress, also the implementation progress, where the status of the application, whether it is pending in the head office or district office or at the level of the The innovations done here is the development of a dedicated mobile app for an application, easy repayment through various online payment options such as UPI, debit, credit cards, etc. Easy tracing of application status at various levels, ready information for staff at various hierarchy and the beneficiary. Processed application received from all districts, processed in a batches, and funds released directly to the students' college, and ease of service delivery. The main outcome of this initiation is quick and accounted disbursal of assistance, financial inclusion of various social causes and last mile reach, and also gender inclusion. More female students have been given assistance. In the last 10 years, total amount of around 677.1 crore has been released to the students. And last year, that is 22-23, the amount was released so far was 31.49 crores. And also every year we add new courses to this scheme, and there's an increase in the applicants and also the increase in the budget also. There's a direct benefit transfer for the transparency, accountability, and convenience. Opportunities and replicability, that is added budgetary allocations extended to the other schemes, inclusion of more courses that results in more inclusion of students from various streams and classes, providing better environment to develop human resource in our nation, uplifting and alleviate the marginalized by making a government scheme more user-friendly and ease of delivery of benefit. These are the snapshots of some visual testimony. So thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Very good project. I think it will help this community to improve their status in the society. Excellent work, sir. Thank you, please.
Thank you.
Very good. What is the outcome of this initiative that you have taken over the last few years?
So the main outcome is the one is a quick and accounted disbursal and the quick process in disbursing this financial assistance to the student, because we have an end-to-end solution from the beginning of that online application to the direct beneficiary transfer to the college account, so that there's no scope of the middlemen or a brokers, so that student can take the final financial assistance without any difficulty. Yeah, from 2021 21 onwards, it is online. Earlier, it was a manual process. So after this introduction of this online portal, there is a increased reach and also speedy disbursement of the financial assistance to the students.
Good. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Agla kaun, sir?